Greetings. I'm Rodger Newbold, and I'm the host for Experience Photography's video podcast, episode number 72. We'd like to welcome you to Studio One North. My great friend and splendid photographer and editor for this episode is Mr. Matt Rich. Mr. Matt, what sensational ideas do you have for us today?
I wonder how bright this thing... Oh!
In our most recent podcast, number 71, we summarized that content is king and how we could build emotion into the work to strengthen the statements that we tried to make visually. Today, we examine how we can actually emboss our creative statements with authenticity, thus putting ourselves right smack in the middle of the scene. So, onward we go. While watching a great recent episode of the world-famous photographer Sam Abel, he provided some sensational ideas in creating the most individual and distinctive photographs possible. The considerations mentioned seem to be a great place for all of us to commence building a stronger foundation for our work. So find your best light, some light that will really shake the mood and atmosphere for the subject's position. Now, have your camera focal length set. Have the drive selection set. Have the exposure set. And then, exercise the most difficult task known to mankind. Wait. Wait for the person or thing to glide into your composition to provide that curious animation you need to set the figure and the configuration of your photograph totally ablaze. Trust your spontaneity. When the awaited subject cruises into your arrangement, capture as many frames as possible to really render that elite look and animation that you're looking for. As you're selecting the light and framing, think about the story. What is this story or picture supposed to say to the viewer? What do you want it to describe? Simplify, because the background and environment matter, and they're every bit a part of the picture and to the story. Try to include some visual anchors that can compositionally guide or direct the eye into the scene. Learn the principles of composition deeply so you don't have to rely on luck. You know luck has never been trustworthy. Seek vicinities of authenticity, something of age or decay to add to your work and magic that it will enhance the image mood and the tactile sensations tremendously. This really adds a sense of realism to your narrative. It also boosts your artistic acceptability and validity. It may add to the glimpse of imperfection in this world of glossy, hyperactive overdoneness. When you approach areas, as mentioned above, You must demand more of yourself to reveal the civility, the life purpose, and or the intentions of the area. It may necessitate that you pull out all your creative stops to accomplish the task with elegance, because clutter just simply weakens a photograph. Discover and absorb the area, the vibe, and use it to inspire the image. You know, a good background for your subject and a good midground and background build telling layers of meaning, and it derives involvement for the viewer. So use your depth of field fittingly. You know, we all love a blurred foreground and background, just the subject popping out, but that does not automatically make every photo better. Take a look at this statement made by Sam Abel. I love this photograph. It is an excellent use of visual depth. Let your expressive photographic life be embossed with your uniqueness. Stamp your design, your style, and your grace into that work. Let the viewer know you were made to be here at this moment, that you carried the camera and you exposed this image in a creative and intimacy in a routinely unseeable sphere. Bring to light that span of photographic existence and visual problem solving that was specifically targeted to inject distinct energy into your photographs. We just too often witness a flawless replica of a natural landscape that others have explored, and it just lies on a synthetic page of smooth dyes for your eyes to drink in. Or it's a face that peers back to you from the sheet in front of you in a stylized model bonded in polyethylene without a single defect. Prints that communicate to the viewer that the latest high-class camera and updated post-production software have been liberally smeared and applied with great quantities over every subject. It's way overhyped. Currently, it's more difficult to tell what is real and what has been generated by some electronic frenzy. What do audiences and clients really desire? Faultless precision, or something that is handcrafted? Something that is soulful and artistically created? Now, we've been promoting images that may be filled with unpredictable human renderings, but unquestionably come alive from our innovative and inspired feelings. So, arouse those passionate feelings from the deep. Get them from within and execute them visually. Here's a quote: "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." Helen Keller. Within your experience in photography, how many absolutely perfect photographs can you recall at this very moment? In our years of running workshops and in teaching classes, we can recall a very limited catalog of what might be termed perfect images. On the other hand, we have bookcases filled with images that make us feel something. Glitter and visual hullabaloo burns the eyes of those that are desiring a more profound style of artwork. Authenticity is slowly regaining traction against the sterile offerings of the most recent past. You know, even film has been attempting to reclaim its early crown with statements of, it's the only genuine method of photography. Notwithstanding the fact that digital imaging has roared with abundant creativity and possibilities to those that are generally concerned. What connoisseurs and aficionados are searching for is authentic reaction to the marvelous experience. So come on, up your game. Review the following images from our old buddy Gary Winogrand. You know, they're a bit ragged around the edges. The horizon, well, it's witnessed that no tripod was used. He was in his usual frenetic hurry. They're not glossy, but they're real. They are faithful statements that depict just what he saw. Well, technically, they might have been better, but emotionally, his work is stunning. Do you choose glossy or stunning? Like fashions from the past, imitative looks are revived in newer generations of work. Consequently, it doesn't seem to matter if we use film or digital. The interactions fittingly must be sincere. What if there is motion blur? Well, waterfalls flow. People move and things happen. What if you decide to drag the shutter to accent the movement? Add a little in-camera movement. In addition, there's a thing that demands no film or grain or digital noise may be present. Well, I have an opinion on that. That's for sure. I don't think a little grainy smiles like these kids that are plumply filled with emotion is any less than any other picture. You know, next thing you know, people will want to outlaw candid captures that have any blinks or laughs or any unscripted gestures. We believe photographers should use the tools available to create images that they feel are their best. That are a few touches of reality does not eradicate the fact that you included a heaping helping, a load of absolute quality and certainty never overtakes a massive, touching passion. Well, Sam Abel expressed your human signature is almost more important in the inclusion, that it should be there. We advise keeping the shot clean by moving in and participating with the audience, with the subject. Knowingly, many are frightened to become physically or emotionally involved. Generally, an honest smile, a courteous nod lets pays your entry fee and settles your account. Stand tall. Emboss your work. Put yourself all over your photography. Take a peek at this picture by Sam Abel. They're called the Ranchers. You notice that he really moved in. He was close. He actually participated in the composition and putting this photograph together. That's what you need to do. Unfortunately, our time has elapsed for today. But our friends, we want to encourage you to join with us. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Hey, give us a big thumbs up. That really is something we appreciate. Now, we've tried to offer a ton of suggestions that will help you manage your choices wisely. And just pack your photographs full of passion and creativity. If you do that, you'll find that you're making better images all the time. Seek to emboss desire and authenticity into your images. You'll never be disappointed. Well, Matt and I salute you and thank you for watching us. Thanks for helping build value into this channel. So, as always, until we meet again, a tip of my hat to you. I'm not grumpy. I'm pretty dang happy. So, cheerio for now, and we'll see you in our next episode.